Hi there, this is Niki Rowland for UK Scrap Addicts, and this month our theme was to use tags on our layout. So I was actually away on holiday while I was doing this layout. I always take some scrapbooking stuff with me, and I was pretty limited as to what I had. So I went through my stash that I had. I had one pouch of embellishments that I call my use it or lose it pouch, and I went through there to see what tags I had in there, if any, and I found 4 Maggie Holmes tags from an ephemera pack, an older Maggie Holmes ephemera pack. So I pulled those out, but they altogether didn't look that great. So what I did was I found a cut apart sheet from the Dear Lizzie Stay Colourful collection, and that had lots of different tags on it and cut apart pieces. So some journaling cards, some tags, some banner tags that you can see there. I decided that I was going to still try to use some of those Maggie Holmes ones that I had pulled out and tuck them behind. The colours actually went well. It was the patterns that weren't ideal for the type of layout I was aiming for. So yeah, but you can see that I've managed to tuck some of those in. I'm using that one there as a photo mount for my photo, and I'm just trying to use up as much as I can, really. What I'm doing now is going through and poking holes in the top of the tags. I don't have a hole punch with me on holiday, so I'm improvising with a pair of scissors. Looks a little bit messy, but I managed just about to make it look okay. And because I've tied it through with thread, that kind of thing doesn't matter that much either. So each one I'm just cutting out the hole, and I'm going through and tying thread through each of these holes. I'm using a pink waxed thread, and I'm wrapping it around the top of the tag several times and securing on the back with a piece of tape. I like these kind of spirals rather than the long pieces that stick out at the top of a tag normally. I don't like those as much. They haven't got anywhere to go, so I prefer it if my ends are nicely spiraled round and tucked behind my tag. So now that all of my tags have got twine through them or thread, I'm now just going to get everything stuck in place and arranged nicely onto my layout. So you can see what I'm doing there is I'm applying some tape to the bottom part of the tag, and I'm going to apply sticky fixers or foam pads to the top edges of my tags, just so that my spirals of thread remain nicely spiraled rather than squashed, and it gives my layout some dimension. I do love a bit of dimension on my layouts, so yeah, just like to continue to make sure that I've got lots of dimension, different levels, gives it a bit of depth and interest. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, just arranging everything in place, getting all those cards in place. It's a snapshot. Sorry, that's a Snapchat shot of me and my daughter, and we've got unicorns on us. So obviously, what better collection to use than the Dear Lizzie Stay Colourful collection with lots of unicorns and mermaids and whimsical things. Absolutely love it. So I found this chipboard title. It's on one of the Dear Lizzie sticker sheets, thick as chipboard title one, and it says "I believe in unicorns." So an absolutely ideal title for this layout. I wanted to use some of the flowers from my background sheet, actually. So the border around my layout is one of those floral sheets, and I've taken the middle out of the of the background sheet, and that's left me with a piece of kind of 10 by 10 paper of that same pattern that's going spare. So I'm just fussy cutting out some flowers from there. And I just want to tuck them in to various places, just to give it a bit more extra embellishment. And some of the flowers are fairly large, and that gives me a base to house some embellishments there. So that's what I've done. That's why I fussy cut some of those out. And the whole layout is a bit whimsical and fun. So flowers are fair game, and as are, unicorns, hearts, flowers, mermaids, anything like that will all go on this layout. It's not a problem. Literally, I can throw anything at this layout and it will look great. So that's what I'm doing now. Just going through seeing what else I can add. So that's a butterfly there. I've added a butterfly as well and a unicorn. They're from the layered stickers set. I've also got the normal 12 by 12 cardstock stickers. So I'm adding a few of those and some bits and pieces from the chipboard sheet too, the hearts and things. So I'm just, adding some clusters there. So I've got one either side of my title and one at the top. And I'm just, the one at the top I'm keeping small. And then I want to extend that cluster down the bottom underneath the title as well, so that's why I've just added that little heart under the unicorn there in the title. I'm going to extend that further by using some splatters of ink, and now I'm going to extend it even more by adding sequins, my favourite thing in the world to add to layouts. So I'm just getting all of those stuck in place there, and you can see that I have that big horizontal strip across the page, which is my main cluster, and then I have my little bits, my little spray of sequins going in a vertical line there, going all the way down. I've added my journaling just to the right of my photo, and that's it. I'm going to call that done. So thank you so much for joining me today. This is actually my last video and blog post for UK Scrap Addicts. I'm expecting a baby in August, so I'm reducing my DT commitments a little bit, and this is one that I'm going to resign from for now, but it's been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed being on the team, and we have such an amazing new team now. I know that we'll have such great inspiration coming forwards. So thank you again for watching. That was Niki Rowland for UK Scrap Addicts.